Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Galavants through Rashiva.
Oh!
Excellent. Look,
That's the
look,
official
everybody.
anime opening.
We're on time-ish. On time enough for this session, anyway.
We're on the
Look,
right
we
day.
actually got on schedule. We're doing the thing. It's great.
We'll only be 3 hours late next session.
No. I'm going, the beheadings will begin if that starts to be a trend.
Beat around the whole session in under an hour.
With this party composition? No way! Alright. Recap boy. Wait, Captain Recap. That's why I should just start calling you Koga. Captain
The
Recap.
recaptain.
The Recaptain! Hey!
Oh no! No!
Alright then, Koga, your official title.
Me, hello. Here to recap once again, for no benefit other than my own, fame and glory, I suppose.
Ego.
To start
maybe?
charging, like, ego. I should start charging, like, 5 gold per recap.
No! Why do that when you could just spread misinformation for free? Why about that last question?
You know what? Yeah. So last session, Amara actually promoted Lisa to head treasurer, and now she's the one getting all the money and untold access to the vault of magical items.
Excuse me?
Roll deception.
Pardon me?
You're on the show.
You wanna run that by me again?
There's a -1 deception. I got a 0. I got a literal 0. Hold on.
You're kidding. You're kidding.
No, working 0 shenanigans. I rolled. No, I wish. Okay, working 0 shenanigans.
Give me a minute.
Alright.
Hang on, let me pull up
Alright.
OBS because I'm gonna show this shit on stream.
Oh my gosh, Koga.
Alright, Sean. My gallery work, please. I need to send this.
That is incredible.
I don't see it. Oh no.
Hold on. No, I'm not gonna send it. Hold on. My Discord is acting up. Finally.
As usual.
Don't say that. I'll kill you, Mara.
Why doesn't your Discord
Hey,
ever
hold
act down?
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's
Okay.
so dumb.
I'll put it over fucking everything. Oops. But
Oh no.
So do I pass sex? Or pass the sex?
No. No, in fact, you've convinced yourself that you are wrong.
You gaslit yourself.
there it is.
It hurt
Look at
itself
this
in its
shit.
confusion.
Yes, the power of failure. Oh no.
Beautiful.
Okay, so, okay, to be honest and for real and true even, that last session was basically a sort of break from the breakneck, constant barreling towards the nearest adventure plotline that we have usually go on. We're having bare minimum 3 weeks, maximum of a month or 2 of downtime. It's kind of inconsistent. We are waiting for the orcs to come back, which they did, and they were basically told us to come as quickly as possible. It was like a week or 2. And during that time, Mara has sent some sort of letter. Not exactly sure who it was or what it's to, but outside of simply to the letter, she has been promised that Davin will take care of any proper paperwork that needs to be done. As well as this, Davin has been experimenting more and more on his phylactery to try to get it going. As well as this, Zerlin has been working on a mysterious project that is, and I quote, something the entire party will enjoy, but she has been keeping it hush hush with the assistance of Mara's helpers she sent over. For Lisa, she's just been more like going around chatting to Mara, requesting teachers, or at least a proper teacher for her and Hope, as well as access to the head chef so she can learn how to cook during their journey. And asked Zerzan to help her with climbing gear or some other way to maneuver around a battlefield, considering everyone else has either flight, teleportation, or a giant funny mech.
Lisa just starts jumping. Leap like the
Zerzan
Hulk.
makes you. Zerzan builds you moon shoes.
Those are some nice Jordans you got there.
Ever played Ratchet and Clank?
the moment Lisa gets Jay's fucking Calvin shows up just to crease them and then leave.
She's now permanently enraged. There is no ending.
I'm gonna crease your J's, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, why'd you crease that man's J's?
But indeed, we have basically spent this time, more or less, everyone is working on some sort of plan. Everyone is furthering their goals. Sheeman, like steamers, and not much else last session. Gloria, if I remember correctly, has been working on making potions of use to the party. Unfortunately, she has not labeled any of the potions yet. And at least Lisa has requested of her to make potions that can only make her scent, because we learned that orc culture has a very specific thing about their scent, their sense of scent. I love everything. Everything but Mara also gave Zerjan a donation of 1 million gold. Of course.
Yay.
A small one of 1 million gold. Guess what, bitches? It's 2016 again.
Dun, dun, dun.
Gotta put up that fucking image or animation of Trump and Hillary as kaiju shooting fire breath at each other.
What?
That is something that actually was made for one of the fucking comedy talk shows, whatever. I'm not kidding.
Oh.
I'm not surprised.
I was back in the 2015, 2016 during that election, yeah.
All right, hold up. No tangenting right now.
Nope.
Yep.
Bring it in. Okay. Thank you. Did you have anything more to add to the recap? Good recaptain Koga. Ow.
I miss my
Take that as a-
wife. I miss her a lot. Oh, right, yeah. If I remember correctly, Lisa has did a small prayer over the site of the explosion / nuking of the Elven Kingdom, and has more or less sanctified it to be a future holy site down the road. That's what I think.
Okay, I do remember that happening. Yes. All right. With that, recap completed, for which I do indeed thank you as always. Who would like to make the initial send-off for us to begin the role-playing?
Go, Koga.
Yeah. Me? I don't even have my Zester hat on. Alright. Lisa will be out and about this time. More or less taking the stance to explore more of the Elven Kingdom. She has actually had much chances to do so, and she wants to get like a good feel lay of the land.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that is absolutely something that Lisa can do. So readily you begin to walk along, just traversing the. Are you staying nearby the city? Or
Yeah,
are you
she's at
going
least staying in. She is definitely staying in fast around the city. She don't want to go
Okay.
too far from it.
Yeah, you find beautiful vistas, you find like little glades, you spy varieties of rabbits, snakes, birds, find a turtle.
Suddenly, a chimera. Roll initiative.
A snake. The deceiver. I like to roll initiative. Sorry.
You do encounter even tortoise. It's pretty
Gosh.
cool.
Awesome.
Joke's on you, it's a turtle.
Yeah. I mean, it looks about as one would imagine for an elven countryside. Well manicured and kept, but just wild enough to let the land be free.
Sorry. Since during this particular patrol, Lisa will at least relax just slightly. Just taking the chance to more enjoy the sights, enjoy the walk, less of a patrol and more of a. Well, at least this is a nice place to wander.
Mm-hmm. And eventually you are taken. The land, like, as you find paths and things, does eventually naturally guide you back to the city. It seems designed like if someone were to get lost, where it'd be easy to happen to find yourself back at the walls of the city, just so you don't get totally lost.
Alright. That case still takes the time to wander the city itself, not just the outskirts. More checking out what sort of shops they have, what sort of buildings, what sort of houses.
Okay. As you're walking, you actually happen across a band of paladins. You see that they are
Ew, I'm kidding.
ew, other like-minded people that have roughly the same ideals and views as me? Gross.
Yeah, this should have been Zealous instead, dumbasses. Sure, go ahead.
Oh, golly. So yeah, they're walking along and they give a good greeting. Raise a hand and give a wave your way, like greetings, sister of the faith, as they call over to you.
At least I'll take this moment to sort of eye them up, like inspect sort of any holy symbols they might be wearing. Are these all of a specific particular faith, or are these like a hodgepodge of different ones?
Generally, if you see a group of paladins, you would already know that they would all be of the same faith, and you can see that these are all actually followers of Zetos. You see the icon of his rising sun and hands opened to give life.
Is a group of paladins called a crusade? Is there a proper name for them?
I mean, not generally. Like, probably there's more of a colloquial term, but I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Then Stu will raise up her hand and will comment very lightly. Greetings, brothers. Keeping the kingdom well protected, I hope.
Their leader approaches and nods his head. Of course. The gifts of the Lord of Life must indeed be protected, as his wife would certainly have us do. Which earns a good chuckle from the other paladins.
If I'm not mistaken, Lyresta is the wife, or am I mistaking it for a different deity?
He snorfles and says, "Oh, no, that would be Lady Death, Ophelia."
Oh, sorry, I was out of character because wasn't Lyressa like married to like a tree, basically, like a plant deity? Something like
Indeed,
that?
indeed.
Sorry, my bad. Get Lyressa. Sorry, what? Wow, I'm getting all fucked up, mixed up.
It's
Thought
all
you were
good.
supposed to know about this religion stuff, dude. What the hell?
Sorry, Lisa is a faker. She's a liar.
Poser.
Poser. She zonked on Diddy because he's a new god. She can't make shit up now. Yeah, still very going on. Sure. I do believe one of my compatriots follows the death goddess.
Really? Oh, where's your compatriot from?
Uh,
Oh.
does Lisa know where tieflings are usually found?
So tieflings don't really have a known home location. They're just kind of scattered in various pockets around the world.
Well, Mara's scattered around. What the fuck? That fish are back together?
They just vibe.
The closest to any consistent settlement that you would find for tieflings would actually be on the same island that the Lamia call their home country. So generally, you won't see big gatherings. The only other is actually the hometown of one Alphonse von Dalen here on the Elven continent.
I should also I would also just like to point out that I'm at least 90% certain Mara has named her home continent before, so.
Oh yeah, then what has she named it, huh?
Penisville. No.
City of Townsville.
Megatropolis. Sorry.
Bikini Bottom.
Ask me again once Lana's finally come up with a name for the continent.
Yeah.
I'll figure that out as soon as the DM does.
Yeah, she's from Tiefling McKeeftown. You probably haven't heard of it.
She's from your mom.
This is perhaps a disclaimer for stream watching. Place names and locations are not a strong suit of this campaign. So if you're trying to keep up with that aspect, I do my best, but it ain't a strong point of me. I'll be fully transparent.
She'll simply name drop wherever Mara is from.
Yeah, I would just say you give the name of Mara's village? Because did Lisa visit it?
No.
I'm pretty sure she saw it get nuked, at least.
Okay.
She witnessed
She's from-
Helldivers 2 Orbital Laser.
It's from that place that just got fucking obliterated.
Well, yeah, Death Goddess. What else does it be from?
So yeah, at the mention of that, it does earn a somewhat more solemn expression, and he gives a small bow. My condolences to your friend, then. It's unfortunate, the strange occurrence which happened there.
Doesn't seem to be the first time such a thing has happened, I'm afraid.
This earns a perplexed blink from him? You have heard of other events like that occurring?
Uh-oh.
And the Solaris was shrugs. Apparently, at least one Kaboxy city has been wiped off the map. Who knows what other places?
Oh, okay. I might have to ask you to repeat that.
She
Mentioned it
she said at least one Tabachi city has been wiped out.
That causes his eyebrows to raise. Really? Have you any idea where?
Devin! Friend, has he mentioned specifically where on Earth that Tabachi city is located?
We're talking about the one that we went to that's stuck in the time loop, right?
Yes.
We were there. You should know. In character, at least.
Can she describe the trip? I don't think Lisa, unless she saw a map, would be like have like a name for it exactly.
Lisa can certainly describe it if she wishes. Not exactly sure this was information that was supposed to be out in the public, but go for it.
I like to imagine that this is not like, and I'm not. I like to imagine none of this is out of character, and this is Lisa genuinely realizing, oh shit, I don't know any of this, and so she's stoning the rest of them to try to figure this out on the fly.
Hey, Davin, what's the exact place, address, zip code, and nation of the...
Latitude and longitude.
What year did they disappear into?
Ah, yes. It's at the Latitude and longitude coordinates of fuck and off.
Although I would say, yeah, absolutely, you are able to at least describe the general area of where it's at.
Yes, that's right. I wouldn't be surprised if other locations also can type off the map, as it were.
Yeah, and at hearing you describe this place, he, quickly fishes out a bit of paper and jots that down, and he nods. Is this any place which requires aid? Should it be avoided? Do you know?
I would recommend avoiding it. Unless you're into, like, desolate hole. I'm kidding.
A collective meta sigh of relief.
Yeah, you should investigate it. Even if you run straight into it, that'd be funny, I think.
No! No!
So yeah, he nods and says, "I would never have known. It's a shame to have another city be entirely vanished as such, but we will inform others to be wary and to keep clear." Thank you indeed for this
I
information.
mean, you'd have to rather go out of your way to even find it.
I suppose
My
so.
apologies.
Yes,
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll finish simply. I hadn't even heard the name of this place before.
Strange things can seem to be abound in this realm. I'm not exactly surprised you haven't heard of it.
Well, may indeed Lord Life keep you well, friend. And may indeed Ophelia keep well those souls which have gone onwards. We shall all pray that they go on to her golden fields to find their rest.
Sorry, I'm gonna make a joke that they're not in Golden Field, bro. But I don't think Lisa knows anything about Mara's journey into the. I don't think Lisa knows anything about Mara literally going into the afterlife at one point. Mara really like that.
Casually enter the
it's-
domain of the Death Goddess.
As one does.
Casually.
Yes, you do. And Lisa will bow back. May the gods keep you well.
And he will give you a salute, and then... Alright, we must continue onwards on our own path. But take care. And the troop continues onward.
My mind blank, head empty. Please let someone else go while I think of thoughts.
Generating thoughts, please stand by.
A reasonable request. Alright, why not? Mara, what you working on? Wrong person?
Yeah.
My apologies, but understandable. Alright, either Zers or Gavin then.
I don't know what I would be doing. I'm working on stuff in secret.
Fair enough.
All right, then Lisa kidnaps Zerd and to go shopping with her. Obviously.
Gavin would be, when he's not working on paperwork and whatnot, he'd be working on a few things in private with Kitty. And discussing certain things.
Anything in particular? Or is this something that wouldn't strictly be shared with the remainder of the rest of the party?
Not something that would be shared with the rest of the party. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Alrighty.
Does it circle back to me?
I mean,
It's
it
so
would be
funny.
it would be you or Mara, I guess, that would need to take the spotlight. That, or we just do a time skip.
Lisa
No,
barges into Gavin's house for dinner.
I'm not trying to like cop out or anything. I just genuinely don't know what I would be doing because the stuff Zerzan is doing would take up a lot of her time.
Yeah.
Like that, whatever she's doing would entirely depend on whether or not someone else in the party would seek her out for one reason or another.
All right. So everyone else has secret shit going on, and Mara doesn't know what to do. Mara, hey, what's up?
Hi.
Lisa will end her ceaseless wanderings and go knock, knock, knock on Mara's door.
Knock, 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 knocking on Mars' door.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought of that.
Of course, completely forgetting she has sending stones and can simply request.
Enter.
Lisa will step in.
And,
Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Greetings, Mara. Come for yet another request.
Yeah?
As you may know this, I'm fully devoted to protecting you and my compatriots on this journey. It's my divine duty. Unfortunately, this divine duty does not get me paid, and I now have a sudden adoptee. I would like to express some sort of work or job or some sort of finances to support me and Hope.
I forget. Did Lisa actually request to be Mara's bodyguard in character, or was that an out of character like comment?
Out of character comment.
Okay.
It was both. at the same time.
And Mara will start shuffling around like various papers on her desk, just like very, very tiredly looking for like any potential like positions she could assign Lisa.
Okay. As far as actual openings that you have, indeed, like bodyguard is one which you would have to give out. I mean, you are also the queen, so you could literally give her whatever position you dang well pleased.
I will make you our official procrastinator.
You're the fucking guy at
The-
Japanese companies that gets paid to do nothing because we can't fire you culturally.
The diversity hire.
The grand Pooba Bazaar of all this and that.
Ugh. Well, perhaps, I mean, since you'll be training with the cook, I could probably officially, I could maybe officially set you up as her apprentice and turn that into a paid position, or maybe you could be my bodyguard officially.
Oh, that would actually work out wonderfully. I mean, you'll be simply paying me for what I'm already entrusted to do, but would also make it easier to do my duty if everyone else knows that I'm officially designed or officially obligated to do so.
Well then, I guess from this day forth, you are the bodyguard of Queen Mara. Welcome to the job. She puts out a hand.
So take it. Is there any paperwork I have to sign, or is it just I am now being paid?
I probably I'll have to go talk to Gavin about that.
Oh no! Paperwork! So, 30 minutes later, yes, and sign here, and here, and here,
40-page
and here.
contract.
Flips a few pages, and here.
The Elven kingdom has stood for 1,000 years, and in that time they have developed paperwork unlike any other.
And then Gavin came in and revolutionized bureaucracy. How? Making it worse.
Fucking Warhammer Pyramid Man, bureaucratic system. People die and fight for the text system.
Get this fucking scene from Shin Godzilla where they have to like go through 10 different phone calls to decide whether or not to shoot at Godzilla.
It's just the fucking Japanese government.
We did it, boys. We invented Japan.
Having fucking Mara has to sign like 50 different pages to officially assign the fucking dickhead wizard and Tavern as like official enemies of Satan.
Oh.
Speaking of which, I don't think I've seen you leave this room since we've gotten here. And you look quite... Well, you look worse than after those battles we've had.
Yeah, being, as it turns out, being the ruler of an entire kingdom is a lot of work.
Up now. And still hold out her hand.
Uh,
Up now.
she kind of like looks around, like almost like she's like, is that okay? Can I do that? Before she'll take her hand and stand up.
Do I have free will?
Sort of like fuss over her for a moment, like brushing off her shoulders, like straightening up her like uniform, just to make sure the crown's on her head properly. As queen, it won't be good for you if you just simply hide away all day. You still let the civilians see your face once in a while. That of course means constant patrolling, constant activities. And so somewhat wink at her.
Well, when you put it like that, I guess I can't refuse.
Question mark?
Wonderful. So, Queen of the Elven Lands, what would you like to do?
More paperwork.
Mara anamorphs into a workaholic. I think I'd like to go shopping.
Wonderful. And, well, lead the way. You likely know the spots here better than me.
I do know this real good place.
Wonderful. Lead the way, then.
And, Mara will exit the room and lead Lisa over to a certain magical and mundane shop.
Ah, the wild, the wonderful shop owned by a certain Monroe Mundane, titled Monroe Mundane's Mundane Magical Goods. Would that be the one the same?
Indeed.
Gesundheit.
Splendid. And indeed, like, you do take Lisa there, you like reach for the door and it is pulled open, and there stands good Monroe Mundane himself in an entirely obnoxiously gaudy and sequenced, brightly colored suit, who tips his hat and continues to hold the door open. Well, I say, it's been a pleasure, and now royalty walking into this wonderful establishment of mine. Do please enter, and a holy warrior to boot. Well, jolly good show. And then he remains there, frozen in that position with his hat raised,
Yep.
politely waiting for you to enter.
Mara kind of looks back and smirks at Lisa before entering.
Lisa blinks a few times through the sending zone. You know this guy?
I've frequented his shop well before I was, well, queen.
I see. Very well then. And she will follow in.
And indeed, you enter in, and it is a shop decorated with what you see as pedestals around that have a glass case and items decoratively floating between these two top and bottom pillar sections with accent lighting. It's definitely a different color tone than when you were in here last, Mara. It seems now it's something more complementary to being relaxed. Like, some of the more gaudy colors are just a little bit more muted. Like, the the aura has definitely shifted to being like a much more welcoming place to match your own desires for showing a certain Lisa around.
This guy has aura? Let's fucking go. Sorry.
Welcome, Lisa.
Mara, you see Lisa very briefly freeze up for a moment before continuing in.
Well,
And as you continue in, Mr. Monroe Mundane, he lets the door shut, and next you see him, he is behind the counter, leaning forward, chin propped upon his hands and his elbows leaning on the counter. So then, good and faithful customer and customer to be, friends even, if you wish, what can the one, the only Monroe Mundane do for you both?
Die.
Customer to be, I have no fucking money. I'm kidding. Oh, my compatriot here was showing me around. And, apparently here on a bit of a shopping trip.
I see. Shopping trip. Well, those do often involve quite a bit of fun. Would this be an average shopping sort of trip? You're looking for clothes, apparel, jewelries? Are you looking for anything that is of a certain persuasion in terms of abilities? Are you looking for something to go out on the town, perhaps? Fragrances? Even? I do offer a selection of perfumes.
Oh, no, I'm much too old for that, I'm afraid.
Nonsense. Never such a thing.
God damn it! There's the fucking chat bots on Twitch again.
I try killing them
Bam.
violently.
There we go.
Dang Clank is invading our chat.
Ugh. Anyways, yeah. Mara will sort of pat Lisa on the back, just be like, "Here, so your first time. I'll let you pick first."
Well, still think for a moment, and I might send you something. Via man. Well, more practical minded than anything else. You're likely to be on yet another journey across the sea. Seems to be more of a frequent thing here recently. On the off chance I fall into the water, or do I have to enter said water, do you have anything that may allow me to swim and breathe? Rather not sink like a rock the second I fall.
All right. Now, as indeed I had paused there, he also has paused. Like, if you were to really look at his eyes, you can see like a buffering symbol, and then like you see a check mark like pop into both of his eyes. He blinks and says, "Yes. What is your expense range? Or are you looking for something that is of a non-magical or of a magical variety?"
No offense, I only have 15 gold.
Uh,
I can't exactly afford the highest of stuff.
Wrong.
Lisa, I think you've forgotten you're currently accompanied by a queen.
Well, yeah, but no, no reason for me to assume you're willing to pay for my expense.
Well, I am.
Then whatever she can afford, I suppose. That's fine.
His eyes turn from looking to Lisa to looking to you, Mara. Same question then. Magical or non-magical?
Let's go magical.
Magical. Very well. And then, with a clap of his hand, behind you, you hear a sound of almost like vacuum noise as you see the items contained in the cases go whoop into either the top or the bottom pillar. You see like a rush of motion through the pillars, and then every item which was on display is now replaced with varieties of other items, from what you see as a scale in one, a potion in another, a bottle in one, and various other items. Please take your look. You will find that at the roughly eye level, the pillars will do the adjusting themselves. You'll find a placard which will describe what each of those is, that, or I can describe each one myself. Do please browse and take a look.
Oh lord, I thought my phone's acting up. Give me 1 second.
Woo!
There we go. Yep, one thing, holding it up, being like, okay, what's this?
So you're just kind of walking up to one of these display pillars.
Yup.
The first item that you walk up to is what looks like a pair of wading boots, the feet of which have been designed to look something like frog's feet. And these are the frog flopper boots. These will grant you unimpeded movement in terrain like swamps or other similar liquids, and will permit you an unimpeded swimming speed of 40 feet. These don't include any water breathing component, but your feet will always remain dry and at a very comfortable temperature, regardless of environment as well, even if you fully immerse the boots past their top.
No offense, I don't mind being wet. I mind possibly drowning while trying to save someone.
He shrugs. I like to offer that one. Really, the design is quite popular amongst the adventuring folk, especially the other ladies. Some think it's rather cute, but, well, couldn't hurt to try.
It could, and she grabs it. No.
Get an immovable rod.
I mean, you say that, but I'm pretty sure I got an immovable rod from this shop.
Alright, we need Zerzin to make some sort of special crossbow that can shoot the rod.
Okay. So, anything else? Or are you just kind of going to go up to each different display case?
She will keep going until she finds something that can let her breathe underwater. And so, like, there's not exactly any point of being able to breathe and not swim.
Okay. One of the items that you find is the darkened scale. Having this on your person will permit you indeed to breathe underwater, and will even give you a degree of high pressure resistance. The placard mentions something about it being supposedly gathered from the same depths at which the sirens tends to live. You find a potion which will grant you water breathing, and this will do so for 1d12 days. It's also the least expensive option. You know, it actually has on the placard listed most popular budget item in this category.
But she's gonna focus on that, sorry guys.
Oh, go ahead and please continue.
She's gonna focus on that sort of, gel that lets you, do the thingies. How much is this?
That item, the darkened scale. Let me see here. I don't sell too many of those, so he pulls out a pocketbook and begins to flip through it, leafing through the pages. Let's see. I think that would... And he pauses. I am even listing the price. You can afford it anyway. As well, are you interested?
Taurus, it seems like the most, useful option so far. Plus, there is a non-zero chance we encounter sirens anyways.
He raises an eyebrow? And we're talking like he does a Spock level eyebrow raise with that?
Long story. We're not.
I don't necessarily find myself worrying. I'm more intrigued. Normally, you wouldn't hear any land-smacking folk talking about intentionally or believing they will readily encounter sirens, given that most of their folk aren't found in any normal waters.
So look, Tamara, for a moment.
Hmm?
Like, sort of like an eye raise.
Monroe is now like glancing between you both, raising an eyebrow in the direction of whichever one of you he happens to be looking at. He just flattens both his hands on the countertop and leans in. Do either of you know why you'll be encountering sirens, or why you seem sure that it's something that will happen?
Had Davin been open about his whole thingy with the water goddess?
I mean, the others were there, but the others at this point would only include Mara. It's not something that has exactly come up with Lisa or Zers.
Lisa Wilson would say, well, a lot of strange things have already happened. I wouldn't be surprised if encountering sirens would be yet another. From what I've heard through the grapevine, they've already been through their waters once, through nothing happened.
Really?
Don't know about nothing, but okay.
I see. How very bizarre. That might warrant a business trip, however, as he reaches for a notebook and jots something down in it.
A business trip? Are you intending to go underwater?
I can, as he open hand gestures to the items all present in the display cases around the room.
Okay, Mara. You have a good eye. You have a good eye for surface stuff, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Can you pick me out something? That's anything will do.
She starts looking around. And she's just gonna. She's gonna try and look for whichever item seems the most useful for, not drowning.
Submarine.
Another apparatus of the crab.
Everything evolves back into crabs.
We finally found it. The old ancient item from past a distance. The apparatus of the octopus. Here you go.
Oh no.
He tippity tap tapping.
Click, clack, clickety clackety clack.
There you go.
Oh,
That was a very authoritative press of the enter button.
That is why mechanical keyboards please me so. But yeah, you're looking at a set of gauntlets there, which the description, of course, you possess. And it looks like an aquatic designed. Think almost like a the Twilight Princess Zora armor type of look.
oh, okay. Yeah.
Which, just as a slight by the way, that's got to be one of Link's most banger looks in the series. I really love the Zora armor.
I'm more of a fan of the backless dress myself.
Alright. I apologize for any background noise. My cousins are being very loud in the next room. So, yeah, Mara walks over to one of the pedestals and picks up a pair of gauntlets with webbed hands and sort of just tosses them over. Catch!
I think it's Texas. Or probably two, anyways.
Dex check, double disadvantage.
Dex sec, you autofill, by the way.
Yeah, because Monroe can already tell you're gonna buy it. Like, as you reach to pick up the gauntlets, he, waves a hand, and the glass on the display pillar lowers so that you can just pick up the pair of gauntlets and indeed yoke them over to Lisa. And
Yoke
Lisa,
them.
as you catch them, the gauntlets immediately size themselves to your hands.
Awesome. What exactly do these do?
What's with all the questions?
This turns you into a fist.
Come on, just put the gauntlets on. I promise nothing bad will happen.
You're totally not cursed, bro.
Sorry, haha. Now you can only breathe water. You start suffocating.
Mm,
This fucking line with a ballless slime? Aboleth
Aboleth.
slime.
But, yeah. Well, I'm not fully certain, but, from the looks of it, I'd assume that they probably help a lot with swimming and probably allow you to easily swing a sword in water or something like that.
Very well, if that's what it does. And so walk over and hand her the sail. Can't
Can you
imagine
please
you.
buy these for me?
I imagine you fire types can't really do much in the water.
We're able to leave as soon as possible.
Your microphone sounded like it was across the room, like halfway through your sentence. What did you say?
He got teleported away from his mic.
She handed Mara the funny shell and told her, I can't imagine you fire casters and act very well underwater. You'll probably want to leave as soon as possible if that ever happens.
Indeed. Yeah. Probably.
Lisa, you dumb bitch. Do you not know how boiling water works?
You say? Did you say fire type like Mara's a fucking Pokemon?
Yeah, what if I did, huh? What if Lisa's like that?
All right. Mr. Monroe politely goes, "Has there been anything else you're looking for? Or shall that be all today, ladies?"
Oh, right. One thing actually pretty important to me. Do you have anything to help raise a child?
He,
We have this potion of instant child growth.
he looks at you, and he does what is called frog blinking, where you blink one eye and then the other. Just, he looks at you like, I beg your pardon.
Is this not a sop for magic and mundane? Do you have anything to help raise a child?
I suppose I could come up with something, but I'm not exactly a midwife, so anything.
Well, yeah, you'd be a mid-husband. So.
I'm going to stab you, Coca. Oh my god.
He does actually smile at the joke there and gives Lisa a little bit of an applause. All right, I like that. Very clever, very clever. You know what? For that, I will entertain you. I think there's 3 things in my entire inventory which I believe could qualify for your request. Although the linkings will be a bit he just shakes his head, waves his hands, and the remainder of the display pillars slide away and vanish into the walls, and there are just 3 that remains. In one, you see something that appears to be a dog collar. You see something that appears to be a ring, and another is a book.
She looks to the fucking dog collar and raises an eyebrow at Monroe.
He pulls his hands up. I didn't say they would be any kind of normal thing. I made it at least decently clear that this is not a category I normally fulfill.
I'm pretty sure if I put that on him, I'll be arrested for a hate crime.
Well, that wouldn't be on me now, would it?
It's a look to the book.
If you go over and read the placard, it simply tells itself as the very distracting book. A tale which meanders about, turns back on itself after several chapters, and replays the start of the book on at least 5 occasions, in order to occupy as much time of the reader as possible.
I asked this for something to help raise a child, not something evil, Monroe.
Why is it evil to have a distraction for a child?
Finally,
He says,
medieval
looking
iPad
at you
kids.
absolutely incredulously. Oh, what was that, Mara?
I said finally, medieval iPad kids.
Oh, so it is evil. Got it. Let's stunt their growth.
Gen Alpha begins now.
Oh no.
Yeah, I thought perhaps iPad.
Oh gosh.
What was the second thing?
A ring.
What does this do?
Look pretty.
The ring describes itself as a forget-me-not ring. It will, if you, like, wherever you look, if you tap the ring 3 times and speak its word remember, it will take a snapshot of that image and let you recall that image, though it can only store 3 at a time. And whichever the most recent is will overwrite whatever the most, whatever the oldest is.
Well, this would be quite helpful. That's for our central ring, actually. That being said, there is periods of times where I have to leave Hope behind for at least a little bit. Is there a way to check up on him? Some sort of ring or necklace or ear ring that would tell me how he's feeling or if he's healthy?
Monroe points at the collar.
She frowned at him very heavily.
He just looks slightly more intensely at her. You asked.
Laura, I'm not insane for not wanting to put my son in a collar, am I?
Yeah, I don't know anything about kids. Don't ask me.
Everyone talk at once now.
Yeah, Monroe will clear his throat and is like, would you like any of them or no?
The ring at least will be quite helpful regardless of when it's more.
Very well then. And he'll wave a hand, and the glass will raise on that particular display pillar.
uh, thank you. And so send it. So when Mara, you will see this.
Now, I will say that is possibly the most unique request anyone has ever asked of me. So, props to being the first in an unusual way. Do you have anything else?
Ooh, I got something.
Yes. What have you?
You got anything for dogs?
For
Let's do the collar again.
um he does ask, what could you narrow that a little bit? Are you looking for dog grooming? Dog accessory?
Toys or accessories.
He like pauses. He looks between Lisa and Mara. Is like, you both own a dog?
Yes.
You can say that.
Aha! Aha! The child's
This is how
lycanthrope-
rumors start getting spread, guys.
The child's lycanthrope, is he then? Aha! That's why you're asking, isn't it?
Huh?
Why else would you be asking for magical childcare and then followed immediately by dog accessories?
Well, maybe
This
my
young-
son owns a dog.
Perhaps. She's, however, the queen of a nation and wouldn't necessarily need me to be providing items for such. You're a holy warrior that's most definitely connected to deities in some way or another. And I would not even be worthy of the last name of mundane if I couldn't put two and two together for a very strange series of requests.
I.e., he's not stupid.
Now, I'm presuming you're looking for accessories in this case, yes?
Or toys, either one. Look, I don't want to put him in a fucking collar.
Right. Okay, so now, unless you both really want to keep going on this, for the sake of brevity, I would like to move over and give
Yeah.
Zers a spotlight here.
Yeah, although I would like to circle back on this later. I do have something.
You do have a particular request? Okay, okay.
Of
In
sorts,
this
yeah.
case, probably better if we do finish it now, then. If you have a particular request. So, go ahead, what you got?
Well, I mean... it's not a request for Monroe, but like something we would do immediately after leaving.
Okay. Well, here, how about this? I can type up some items later for you to look at there. As I presume, Lisa, you're specifically looking for something for Hope here?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, yeah, so I can type up some items for you later on, or even we can just discuss something after the fact. And then, yeah, we can just say that Lisa has looked through the items for the moment. Sound fair? And we can let Mara do the thing.
What?
Yeah, sounds fair.
Someone
I've passed
fucking
away. I have passed away.
die?
Alrighty. So then, what is your request?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, so yeah, after we've done shopping and we're heading out, Mara's gonna wait until like they're a good bit away from the shop and they're like out of direct earshot of anyone around. She's going to stop dead in her tracks, turn to Lisa, and say, "What?"
Hmm?
The sending stone. What?
Well, I think I said it quite clearly. That entire shop was like basking in the presence of a deity. And trust me, I've been in the presence of a few. It's unmistakable.
Okay, so is it? Do you mean like it's just blessed, or like it's?
Like I am in the direct presence of a god.
Uh,
I couldn't tell you for sure what deity or who it was or anything like that. Simply that they were in the shop.
okay, are you don't think that Mr. Monroe is?
Look, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. I mean, at a stop like that and saying that he could just simply enter the bottom of the ocean.
I guess so, but wow. Well,
Ah,
what is it?
I should have asked for something to find a cat. Ah, no matter.
What?
Uh, Nothing divine duty, divine purpose, a mission. What another part of that? Apparently, he owned a cat. Apparently, it's important.
Did Gideon give you a divine mission to find Spot?
Yes, I mean, yeah.
Well, I guess that's one way to. I guess that's one way to use divine power.
Find my cat, mortal.
I mean, between that and, committing an assassination, which I prefer the cat one. True, apparently one will lead to the other, so just rub.
You know what? I'm not gonna press on that. Let's just go.
Alright, where to now?
Okay. Okay. Zerzin, Goblin, go.
Hold on a moment.
That's when you see Zerzin and Gavin talking to each other as they walk into the magic shop.
Doing shopping too.
Hey, I got this guy I want to show you. This is the guy who sold me the crab.
Zerzin is gonna sew what she made, and it's gonna be like she found a way to fucking, shoot catapults of the fucking battery-empowered suit.
It's all this time, and she's like, "Guys, I need you to see something right now." And they all show up, and it's just like a cool frog. She got completely sidetracked from the thing she was supposed to be making because she found a cool insect or something.
Well, what do you think she was making? She was making a terrarium.
Alrighty. So, the lot of you, all of you guys, would get a
Even me?
message.
Sorry.
Yes, even you. You all get a message in your sending stones, and you hear what is a very excitable Zerzin. And she goes, all right, guys, can everyone hear me? Is everyone here? Well, sort of here, mentally here?
What? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, Zerzin?
Awesome, fantastic. As soon as you guys are able to, I have something very important to show you. So, preferably as soon as possible, though that's not due to any real deadline. But I just might implode with excitement if I don't get to, get this out of my system.
Is this what you needed all the money for? And workers?
Perhaps.
Maybe.
Me and Lisa are on our way then.
Gavin is there in 5 minutes. Hello.
Lisa will look down to Mara, raise an eyebrow, race you there, and begin to gasp.
And immediately Ed starts sprinting after.
Mara casts fly.
She fucking points at Lisa, whole person.
She goes full dragon.
One of the two messages Gavin beforehand. As soon as they're about to get there, banishment.
All right. So the place you would all head to immediately would be the her wagon first. which is where she's kind of waiting for everyone to arrive. Which as soon as, like, when everyone does, you all can see she's like pacing back and forth. She's like constantly fidgeting with her hands. And as soon as everyone shows up, she like throws her arms out wide and she's like, okay, it's actually not right here. It's kind of big. So I had it constructed over this way. If you guys wouldn't mind following me, and she turns and starts to shuffle off. Which, you know, I'm just assuming everyone would follow.
No, everyone stays back.
Fair enough.
Suspicion. No.
So she leads everyone over to a here, hold on one moment. Before I narrate this, I need to ask you a quick question.
Or.
Now I wait. Mr. DM. Oh, there you go. I see you typing.
Bum, 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 bum. Typing.
It's a
All
gun.
this build up, all this build up, and it's just Zerzan have painted like a tunnel into like this cliff wall.
All right.
You gotta run straight through it. It's a portal.
So you are all brought over to what is somewhat of a clearing. And where you are brought, there doesn't really, at least at first, there doesn't really seem to be anything. There are a whole bunch of, like, the workers standing around, and you see a whole bunch of tools laying around. You can definitely tell something was built here, but at the current moment, it doesn't really look like anything is.
Wow, Zerzan, you made nothing. How wonderful.
I made a mess. And I'm going to post this in general here. She turns to face someone in the crowd who seems to be a wizard, and she gives this fellow a thumbs up, and he dispels a spell that he had cast. And all of a sudden, what pops into existence in front of you guys, even though it is in the middle of land, at first looks to be a large ship, until you look up, and in place of sails, you see two massive balloons.
Ooh.
The balloons are
shit.
being tied down with rigging. There are a total of 4 large wings, 2 on each side. There is 2 large thrusters on each side, and on the front and back, there appear to be, are essentially thrusters, but they very clearly seem to be able to rotate like a ship's rudder. you will notice that while this thing looks like it is made, largely out of wood and stuff like that, the thrusters and the the thrusters and what sits under the balloons jetting fire up into them look like Aurorum technology. And in place of where a steering wheel would be, there is, well, in addition to where a steering wheel is, there is also a Aurorum console, like technology with buttons and stuff like that on it. And she gives another thumbs up to the people who are on the airship, and the flames jet up suddenly into the massive balloons. The wings begin to flap, and the entire thing begins to lift off of the ground. Woo!
Gavin is just watching, absolutely giddy.
She's kind of looking at everyone expectantly.
Lisa is like actually speechless for a moment. That works. That can fly.
Zerson looks at her and goes, "I know, right? I didn't know if it would either."
What do you didn't know? Holy shit! How the Divines Above version? How do you come up with stuff like this?
She takes the notebook that she always keeps strapped to her belt, and she just kind of holds it out and fans through a bunch of the pages. And while you can't immediately make out what most of those things are, you can tell that a bunch of them are similarly large contraptions or structures like this in terms of size and scale. And she's like, I know. Yeah, just straight up fucking Ava Unit 1. She like just fans through all the pages, and she's like, I have had ideas of this sheer scale for years now, and the only thing I have lacked is time, material, and money. This has been number one on the list of these things that I have been wanting to make.
That's amazing. It's just like something out of the stories my grandfather used to tell me.
Now, just so everyone is aware, this has the top deck where, we can do our business. There is a bottom deck where there would be like, beds and stuff like that. But unfortunately, both due to logistical issues and just, scientific and engineering issues, it's a little bit cramped down there. Like, there's not enough room for everyone to have individual rooms and stuff like that. We're just going to have to kind of deal with a couple of bunks off on either side of the ship for everyone to sleep on, should we be up and about for, any significant length of days at a time. So, yeah, I wanted to make it bigger, but after doing a bunch of, calculations, engineering stuff, that I don't think would have worked out very well. It probably would not have been able to get up off the ground. So, yeah, that's where we're at with this here. So, just be aware of that. There's not a ton of room down there, and I have, if you'll forgive me, carved out a little chunk of space down there as like another workshop of mine, so I can kind of take some of the stuff out of my wagon and put it in there. Because if we're going that far, I don't want to not have my workshop with me, but I can't reasonably take the wagon. So, but yeah, that's what I made. This is what we have. And should something go wrong while we are over the water for one reason or another, the bottom of this airship is still able to at least float. If we wind up in that position, exactly how we're going to get help from there might have to be figure that out as we go, sort of thing. But if something happens and we quote unquote crash while we're over the water, we're not all just going to sink. This thing can at least float in place while we can figure out what to do. It's going to be a little hectic because we're going to have to try to, rope the balloons, and those might get in the way. But, that's an emergency situation. Any questions?
Immediately, you see a very excited hand, like raising, waving around, and then like you see Hope, who immediately goes zoop up into your face. It's like, can I ride on the boat? Can I bounce the boat? Can I touch the boat? Can I give the boat a
She
big...
puts her hands on both of his shoulders, and she goes, "Kid, that's why I made it. We're all going on this boat."
Oh. And Koga died. It was too much for Lisa. She just collapsed.
Dang. The responsibilities of motherhood.
She was not ready for the pressure.
And he's back.
Way.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How dare you?
What did I miss? Nothing at all.
Everything. The entire session.
Mostly Hope being very excitable.
Lisa has one question in response to that. She's going to look down at Zerzan, and with the biggest grin on her face, how do I pilot?
How do you pilot it?
Yeah.
Well, thankfully, for the most part, it is pretty similar to a normal ship. There's the wheel there. When you rotate it, there's thrusters that act as ship rudders that'll turn. This can actually turn in a tighter radius than a ship normally might. And the other controls might look a little bit complicated at first, but the console that's set beside the steering wheel is, for the most part, just kind of a series of different switches that control some of the Aurorum tech stuff that's in there.
I see. Okay. How high can it go?
How high can it go? As high as we can go before the thinning air makes us pass out.
How fast?
87 kilometers.
Mach 3.
I mean, it could go that speed once.
Crashing down.
As far as that goes, I guess that would be up to the DM, but my initial my initial thought was that it would be able to go roughly the same speed as a normal ship on the water would go, and maybe about like a moderate wind. So normal sailing speed for the most part was my intended speed, unless that is unrealistic.
Are there cannons?
Cannons, no. Cannons are too heavy for this. The cannons would probably have weighed it down too much. But something that is lighter and that I have put on there are some ballista. And if need be, we can load things like harpoons into those ballista. Why we would need something like that high up in the air, other than to defend against, I don't know if there's any flying creatures that might try to get after us. But I
This is a
wasn't.
dragon in question.
Yeah, I wasn't too worried about. I'll admit, I wasn't too terribly worried about munitions and defense on this thing, because as it stands right now, I highly doubt most things are going to be attacking us up in the sky.
Final question. Where were you during the war? This is incredible.
The war? Well,
Which one?
yeah, what war and how long ago?
Mr. DM Man, what was the war called and how long was it?
What was it called? I'll be honest, I ain't got anything off the top of my head. But it was at least, like 24 years ago. Because what, Lisa's almost in her 50s, right?
Wait, it's 24 years ago? She goes, where was I at 24 years ago? Not even conceived.
You're that young. Right. You're quite intelligent for your age, Rosen.
Thank you. I know.
I know. Oh, it's great.
No, seriously, this is amazing. I've known soldiers for all my life who aren't half as smart as you. At distance, too.
Well, I mean, despite what I said earlier, I will, try to keep myself as humble as possible. We all have our areas of expertise. Like, I know about the sciences, I know about magic and engineering, but if you were to ask me the first thing about how to wage war and organize armies, I could not tell you. So I would say that I am no smarter than anyone else. I'm only smarter in this particular field than many people are. I hardly even know how to cook for myself, if I'm being honest.
Citizens of Millennial got it.
Yeah.
Rosen will invent the easy bake oven.
She's devoting all of her time to innovation. She can't be wasting her time doing something as stupid as cooking.
You think Rosen eats when there's inventions to be made?
Real, though.
She knows enough to cook things to the point where it's safe to eat, and she'll sprinkle some seasoning on there sometimes, I guess. And that's about it for her cooking skills.
Sometimes, I guess.
Listen, she can be practical and utilitarian to a fault sometimes. All right, the seasoning is not going to provide any more nutritional value, so sometimes it just doesn't make any sense to add it to her.
She doesn't have seasoning. Oh God, is he British?
I've invented this airship to travel all across Rashiva and gather as many spices as possible, only to decide that I don't like any of them. Eventually, though, it didn't lift off super high, only maybe about 10 feet up off the ground. But eventually it comes back down. And Zerzan starts to, like, she waves you guys over as she makes her way over to the ship. And as she is heading over there, she is, like, shaking hands with a whole bunch of the people around, extending her thanks to them. Because obviously, without this many people to work on it, this thing would not have gotten built. But she is, guiding you guys over. There is a rope ladder on the back of the airship that can be thrown down to let people on, which is, what happens. One of the guys on there tosses the rope ladder down so everyone can ascend and go up there.
So real quick, as soon as that rope ladder, even starts to hit the ground, because Hope did not hear an answer from any sort of parental figure, you just see, wow, a blur zoom past, leaps, scrabbles up the ladder, and just starts immediately running in circles around the rim of the airship.
Got the fucking zoomies.
The crews are stealing the ship.
Yep, and is just very excitedly running circles.
Susan is going to head up the ladder and kind of call for him to calm down a little.
Yeah, he just stops. His pupils, absolutely dilated as large as possible. And then just, lies down flat on the ground.
He goes, listen, I don't care if you get excited, just don't hurt yourself, right? I don't need you tripping over the edge and getting hurt before this thing even leaves.
Rolls over onto his back. And then just kind of holds a thumbs up.
He's going to sort of lean over the edge to see if anyone else is coming aboard.
I guess Gavin will be the first one coming up.
Mara will not be long after.
Lisa goes up.
It always astonishes me what can be done with simply using the laws of the physical world.
Yep, it's absolutely incredible. It's like magic for people who don't know how to do magic.
Hey man, not very nice. Sorry. Hey man. Hey man.
You, you notice that Zerzan walks over and kind of tucked away in the corner. You just see this crate. there's this crate, and she grabs it and she drags it over to the steering wheel so she can stand on it and effectively see over it. Kind of the first thing about it, now that you are this close and on board, that you would notice about the whole construction, it kind of looks like someone just took a whole bunch of Auroran stuff and just haphazardly crammed it into here. Like some fucking Warhammer 40k orc tech. Just kind of hodgepodge together. There is still an element of, like, nothing looks rickety, like it's gonna fall apart or anything, but like the bits of Auroran technology that are on there have like wooden struts around it and are held in place through like full-blown rigging rope, tying it down using nets thrown over things to hold them in place, as well as portions of sailcloth tied around things as well. So it's still all secured, but it's very clearly just kind of redneck together in a way. You'll see what kind of looks like wires, I guess, running along the deck of the ship and along the railings, and there's a couple of spots in the deck, and all of them are like feeding to the little console that's sitting beside the steering wheel, and they're all feeding into that. And as they extend out of this console, you see like some parts, there are some holes like drilled into the deck so that way they can be fed down to the deck below. So it's clearly, you know, a little redneck together, but it does still look well put together and neat in its own sort of way. She will take her position up by the steering wheel, and upon seeing that everyone is on board and secure, she is going to reach over and pull a lever that's on the console beside her, and the like thrusters under the balloons fire back up and start to jet their flames up into them. And as she flips another switch, the wings on the sides begin to flap, and you all feel it sort of sway just a tiny bit as it starts to lift up off of the ground.
Clackety clack.
Alright. All I will have to ask is, where is the intended destination, oh Captain?
Not really anywhere specific. She's basically just taking them up above, like, higher than the probably higher than the castle itself, to just kind of make a big circle as just a test run before landing back at the same spot.
Yeah, you're able to take it up, do like a little loop around and come back down to rest, at least roughly in the same location. With, thankfully, no unplanned mid-air disassemblies.
The entire thing just falls apart.
It
This
just
isn't Kerbal Space
explodes.
Program.
Yet.
So, as they're sort of flying around or whatever, she'll just sort of explain, this is how we can, get around from one place to another, hopefully while remaining safer, because we're not going to be in the oceans with a bunch of, sea creatures or pirates or other undesirables patrolling the waves.
Lisa, who just bought magic items specifically for ocean travel.
Hey,
Oh, we
those are
might still need those at
the
some point. Don't worry.
Those are
in the air.
good backup things to have.
Ugh.
Alright, as you do indeed land back, the assembled crew of the vessel do make quite the show of applause upon the safe landing and indeed remaining in a singular piece, vessel touching back down to the ground.
So, what do we think?
Quite excellent. Very fun ride.
I know most of us are probably not accustomed to being up high like that, I assume. So hopefully that wasn't, a little too... Hopefully that didn't put anyone too on edge. I suppose this would be a pretty unfortunate time to figure out that one is afraid of heights.
I'm kidding.
Well, I'm all right at least. Gavin looks to both Lisa and to Mara.
If fucking Mara, the person who can fly in like 5 different ways is scared of heights, I will kill myself.
Well, don't do that.
Hopefully it's a good deal steadier than sea travel.
Right. Alright, wonderful.
Indeed.
It should be smoother for the most part, but as as people may or may not be aware, there are still winds that can have the potential to push us around, but it shouldn't be like tossing and turning like in a storm. And as well, if we need, I due to repair purposes, I have a whole bunch of like rigging and stuff as excess down in storage. If it would make anyone feel better, if you want to literally tie yourself to the ship, if you're going to be somewhere near the edge of it, 100% go right ahead. That rope is for, anyone to use it however they need. So if that would make you feel a little bit better about things, if we do get caught in some wind and we start to move around a little, you can physically tie yourself down if you need to. And if people would like, I can also probably just make harnesses for everyone, series of leather belts and whatnot. If it would make anyone
Leather
feel
bells.
better.
Is it Kingdom Hearts fan? Sorry.
Final Fantasy, just belts on belts on belts.
Ooh.
Anyway, I've been talking too much. I'll be quiet now.
Oh my yeah.
Thank God.
It certainly is all quite astonishing.
Well, happy everyone seems to like it. So yeah, whenever we're ready to go, I guess. She'll be ready.
So, Zerzan,
Yes.
Well, I more or less gave you the resources for this as a gift from a friend, but over time it might get hard to justify doing so. So, I'm thinking you've more or less proved yourself here. Perhaps you'd like something of a job.
This is a offer that is very much appreciated and one that I will consider with great weight. But as it stands right now, I am a little bit undecided. Simply because I would need a little more information to go off of, if that makes sense. But part of my overall, incredibly long-term plan, for who knows how many years down the line, would make being in one location like this kind of difficult for me.
I'd be more than willing to fund expeditions if you need.
She sort of tenses her fingers together, seems to ponder it for a bit. She goes, well, I think it will be a tentative yes. And then, whatever, we can worry about other stuff later. They cross that bridge when it gets here, sort of thing.
Yeah. of
So
course.
for now, I will say yes.
Very well.
In fact, I already have a number of other designs in my notebook that a castle needing to defend itself from, potential aggressors might be able to make use of. But that's something I can get with you about later.
All right. Now, I will ask, did we wish to just skip ahead to the actual departure, or would it have but a thing?
Uh,
I think
Gavin
there's
will
anything we need to do.
Gavin will, while we're still on the ship, speak up. I'm quite impressed with all of this, Zerzan.
Thank you.
I wish I could enjoy riding on it more on the way to the continent with y'all.
What do you mean?
Gavin looks to everybody. I have duties to the kingdom and duties to my wife and growing family, as well as favors that have to be paid off to the goddess of the sea. There's been too many things going on. I need to be able to actually take care of them, being able to stay with my family. So I'm afraid I will not be joining you for the next leg of our journey, as it were.
I see.
I do apologize for the... Well, I would say inconvenience, but I feel terribly underperforming word for this.
Well, we've all got things to do.
I have been praying that someone be sent in my stead, so maybe, I hope.
It's
I
hope.
hope.
Sorry.
Oh God! He grows into a man.
He's old
No,
enough to hold. He's old enough to hold a sword. Welcome to the fight, kid.
A portal opens and a man walks out. I'm Hope from the future.
Hope grows up to be a chronomancer, and it's his future wizard self coming back in time.
He's got a scar
Quick.
over a
Quick,
cloudy
perfect
eye.
cell is coming. We have to fight the android.
He's got a scar over a cloudy eye and a robot arm.
He's just Cable.
Oh.
Should you... I will say, though, should you need me in an emergency, I can certainly attempt to appear. Just... And he taps the sending stone. Give a shout. That said, I think you'll be alright for now.
Thank you for all your
also-
work.
It's... I always wish I could do more. Thank you for your kind words. I don't deserve them. Lisa, if you do not feel that it is safe for Hope to go along with you on the journey, he is free to stay with me and Kitty.
Hope, what do you think? It would likely be a dangerous journey, considering how desperately they requested us to come over.
Lana? Lana.
Hello, yes.
Hope was asked a question.
Oh, totally missed that. What was it? Please repeat.
Sorry, God.
No, it was your question.
Hope, it might be quite dangerous on this journey, considering the reason they requested us, and the various oddities going around that kingdom. If you want, you may say with Kitty and Davin.
I really want to go on the funny fly boat.
You can do it afterwards, once it's more safe.
He folds his ears and just kind of like looking back and forth between you and the boat, then you and then Gavin. I want to be without you, though.
I'm sure Davin wouldn't mind lending you his sending stone so continue to talk.
Hmm. Indeed.
I'll decide later. Not right now.
If it helps on the flying, Gavin will straight up, like a little portal, I guess, just kind of opens in front of him, and he just kind of sticks his hand through it and pulls out an entire carpet. I have
Mara,
this.
stole your shit.
Gavin pulls out a 3 foot by 5 foot, basically one, maybe 2 person sized carpet of flying.
You just have that?
Yeah, it's one of the things I can switch out, items once a day, basically. It's got that, Ring of Telekinesis, Ring of Regen, Instant Fortress. It's where the Sunblade comes from. It also has Gauntlets of Ogre Power that have never come up. And a Wand of Wonder, because I'm frightened of that. And a Cloak of the Bat. That one just never came up. The Carpet of Flying, Mara already had one, so there wasn't much use in bringing it out.
Okay. Uh... Hope would look to you, like, not specifically paying attention to the carpet. If I do go with Lisa and Mara and everybody, would I be seeing you again?
No, I tend to die.
Of course you'll see me again. I'll mostly be... Well, I do work here, and they will most likely, and he looks at the other 3, be coming back here, I assume. At
Of
some
course.
point. Could be months. Or longer, depending. My work takes me places as well, so I won't always be here, but I will be here a good deal of the time.
That kind of means I won't see you all the time, though, right?
If you're not here with me, then no.
His ears kind of going up and down, scrunching his face and shuffling around uncomfortably.
We've put a child in an awkward decision between his actual adoptive mother and his not actually adoptive father, who's not married to that one. The
Oh,
uncle.
Have you ever heard of the trolley problem?
Uncle Gavin. The trolley problem.
Oh.
Hope's decision will decide who dies.
No matter who he picks, he's either going to see Lisa or Gavin will remember that.
As he appears to be hemming and hawing, he ultimately looks to Lisa. I really want to go and do an adventure, but can I stay?
If that's what you wish.
No, but like he like really makes a frustrated expression because he's not sure how to word it.
What do you want to do?
Well, I will be. Hope.
Making a
While I will be
frustrated
staying
dog
here.
cough.
While I will be staying here a good amount of the time, I will have to go out, both Kitty and I. So we will be able to travel. We'll just be traveling places that I'm sure Kitty and I can keep us all safe on our own. It won't be as dangerous. Not nearly as dangerous, in all likelihood. But it'll be fun.
Zerzan will take a step forward. She'll be like, "You mind if I put in my 2
Yes,
cents in
I
on this?"
do. Kill yourself. Sorry.
Jump off the ship right now.
Gavin gestures to her as if giving her the floor.
Listen, I got a lot of things in this book right here, and she holds up her notebook. She's like, there are things that I am not going to have the time or resources to build while we are out and about, going places and doing things. Mostly because a good portion of them are things that would assist a castle in defending itself. For example, a sort of cannon emplacement that could be reasonably operated by one person and speed up reload and firing times pretty quickly. But that's not something that I can really build when we're out and about, or do any work on. It's the kind of thing that gets built and stays there. And Gavin, you are probably the only person I have met who has the intelligence required to understand anything that I make, at least to any degree that I could reasonably entrust you with probably building them. I have a bunch of schematics. You know logistics and money. If you want to take over some of these research projects of mine and see about building them while you're here, I will fully pass the torch of some of these ideas off to you. And Hope,
Hello.
if you would like to learn, all sorts of wonderful things about the mechanical world and science, and maybe you can build something like this one day. And she gestures to her ship. You can stick around and try to learn all you can from that as well. I want everything that I know, everything that is up in my brain, to be spread around for everyone to learn. And, you could be essentially one of my first students, and Gavin here could be one of my first teachers. Whenever you have the time, obviously, Gavin. I know you have other things to be doing, but
I I'm honored. I don't have that much experience in the mechanical, but I can certainly brush up on my studies.
you
Well,
certainly
brush
at
up is the
least
wrong word. I can certainly
s-
study my studies.
you can, at the very least, you could read schematics and understand them. And I have a big book of schematics right here. Um, so, use that as a jumping off point for your own research or just to build the things that I have. Obviously, don't feel obligated to do this. I am just putting this out there as an idea for other things for you to do should you ever find a moment where you are bored and want to work on something else, or just something for Hope here to, you know, keep his time here more interesting. Let him learn some things.
Of course. Um, well, I'm not the most skilled at mechanics myself. I do know a few people, and with the resources and, well, the law behind it, all the rights for anything produced will absolutely belong to you.
I
They
appreciate
are
it.
your inventions. You can rest assured in that. I can speak English.
Anything, any designs I hand off to you, I will entrust entirely to you to, you know, bring them to fruition however you see fit, bring on whatever talent you see fit. If it is a, drawing or idea I give you, it is essentially your idea to do with as you so desire.
Very well. I accept. And Gavin looks to Hope. What about you? You want to learn how to tinker?
Oof.
Hope
Lana?
died.
Hold on. Really
Lana is
scratches his
exploding.
head and is just looking around very, very much in thought.
A lot of thought.
He learned his thinking from Lisa, so yeah, the hell is steady with him.
He finally achieved sentience.
Ow. Go ahead and learn. But I want to come back and visit at least every once in a while. Yeah. And he nods, and then seems to like immediately try and turn his attention to something else, so he's not thinking any further on it.
So is that a DM? Is that a stay
He's
here with
expressing
Get?
that he'll go. Because Zer's offered to teach him, right? As long as I'm following everything correct.
No. She
Not
gave
directly.
Yeah, she gave schematics to Gavin to build, and then so that he could potentially like do stuff with that and also teach Hope. If he
Yeah.
chose to stay with him, that is.
Yeah, Susan.
Ah,
Thursday.
And
You
while
have-
they're back here for downtime, then he would
you
essentially
have the
be
volume.
sorry, and then while when they're back here for downtime, essentially, then he would be Zerzin's first apprentice.
Zerzin, he had your lesson for one day and he built a bomb in my house.
Is that thermonuclear ordnance in my living room?
Oh God, he built a battery.
Ah,
Zerzin, a demon core isn't a toy.
It's a 500-pound JDAM in my living room.
Golly, I might have misunderstood that then, because I was thinking that the teaching would occur from Zerzin.
No, it was
I guess that will mean he stays with Gavin.
Okay.
yeah, it was basically to condense everything I had said earlier. Zerzin has a bunch of schematics and ideas that can't really be built on the road, so she was going to
Okay,
turn
right.
those over to Gavin. Because even if Gavin isn't some master mechanic, he can at least, he at least has the intelligence to read schematics and figure out how things work. And while he is taking charge of those research projects from Zerzin, and as they work to build those here at the castle while Zerzin is away, Hope can kind of be around these projects and learn from not just Gavin, but the other people who are working on it as well, like whatever other crew and workers are used to build these things. Because, like, she's handing them to Gavin in terms of, like, hey, I trust you with these, but, Gavin is probably going to employ the help of other science people and wizards and shit. I highly doubt he's going to try to take on these kinds of research projects by himself. And when in the company of a whole bunch of intellectual people, there's probably a lot that Hope could learn. But I mean, whenever Zerzin is around, she would 100% be willing to teach Hope things. But that way, it's just something for him to learn and better himself and do, and not just be bored sitting around.
All right. Okay, yeah, I believe that is sufficient.
Man, Hope really is actually just going through the Gohan arc right now.
You will become better than us in every way.
Bye.
But I wanna have good grades. No, we gotta defend the world from Cell.
Bye, son.
I have to turn this kid into a weapon.
Okay. that is all I had for now. So, I don't know if you guys have anything more to say. If we're just skipping ahead the next couple of days.
Get off my fucking ship, Gavin. I'm just kidding.
Ah!
No, I don't think I have anything else.
No.
All right. Then in that case, I suppose the next thing to do would indeed be to jump forwards. Although I will check and see if anybody else have anything before we do just bulldoze ahead.
Nothing major that would need any amount of time dedicated to it. I shot you a message about one very tiny thing that can just be added as a footnote at the very most.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't think I really even need to type a specific answer. That's pretty much something you can rather easily do.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
All right. Then we will carry right on forward. And with that display of the airship and by extension as well, this decision of where Hope will end up staying for the remainder of his time to learn and attain more knowledge of engineering and design. We'll move on to the day for launch, where the party will go ahead and be on their way for their next main objective.
I should mention that Koga did say he's be right back. He's not here at the moment, so.
We are back.
Oh, there he is.
He is.
We are back.
Aha!
Hmm.
Well, good timing.
Good.
Indeed, right back.
timing.
Did.
As the airship is being geared up with what supplies it can reasonably fit to head off onto its appropriate adventure. As people are loading it up and filling it with supplies, gear, tools. Oh, what things would you be putting aboard there, Zers?
5,000 TNT.
Yeah. 500 cigarettes. I mean, she would mostly just be bringing repair supplies for the airship itself. She would be moving as much of the workshop that she has in her wagon into the ship as could reasonably fit. Obviously, food and rations and stuff like that. And then her Colossus, I guess that would be about it. I can't think of anything else she would be bringing aboard. Like specifically her. So yeah, just for normal stuff plus ship repair supplies.
All right. And with that all loaded up, the ground crew sits and waits eagerly for the command to shove off.
I mean, the decision to when to actually leave and everything would not be hers. She would make sure that it's all loaded up and everything. She's ready to go. I don't know who that decision would fall to, but
Le Queen.
All right, Mara, I guess you are the official send-off.
Uh, well, I guess I'm no good at this, but I'll just say, let's be off, everyone.
fireworks go off.
Yeah, as you give that let's be off everyone, then the crew go ahead and release the moorings, keeping it to the ground, and they give a circling hand motion and then point to Zers.
Okay. And with that, she will flip a couple of switches. The burners would fire up, fill the balloons with hot air, and the big mechanical wings on either side would begin to flap as it takes off into the sky.
And indeed, that sense of motion is what you all sense and feel as the vessel lifts into the air and is propelled by these mechanisms up towards the sky. And everybody can watch the land receding below.
And here comes a giant fist!
Ah! After a certain point, Zers, you know that you and the crew are high enough up that it would be within safety limitations, we shall say.
Within safety limitations. Safety limitations. OSHA doesn't exist yet.
Yeah, but because of that, because of her.
Yeah. Right. So, yeah, as we are high enough up, she will activate the actual thrusters to begin moving. And off we would go.
As the as you flip the switch to engage the technology that has been integrated into the vessel, there is a thrumming of energy, and you hear a sound of energies charging, and at once the ship goes from a rather leisurely speed to now cruising forward. As you can see, a focused light blue-green energy trail emanating from the thrusters as they propel you forwards. At a pretty crisp, around about 20 miles per hour ish.
Mach 20.
Mocking what?
I'm gonna throw bricks through your windows.
Koga, your family changes the subject when people ask about you.
Well, yeah, they have to address this question.
I envy every single person you've never met. Oh, that's mean.
I do think as well, overall, it's possibly a good spot to call it good for session, unless anybody has anything else.
Unless we're landing immediately.
Yes, I have a question.
Can we turn around? I forgot to go to the bathroom.
I forgot my sword at home. Can we go back and get it? I think I left the stove on too.
Lisa!
Sending Stone Gavin. He'll take care of it.
Intentionally leaves it on just because.
Dad,
Man, won't it be hilarious watching her, break down when she comes back and her house is on fire?
I can't wait to inflict soul-crushing trauma upon their return voyage.
Good news, we saved the orc. Bad news, character development. As I know.
No, I don't think I have anything.
I thought you were an artificer. Isn't it kind of pointed that you have a bunch of things?
I'm gonna hurt you.
What?
I said it.
Why? What the fuck, man? What the fuck? What the fuck?
I'm gonna
Me when
tie
I'm
you
the
down
whore.
on a railroad track.
You're gonna curl your. Are you gonna like twist your mustache and laugh evilly while you do so?
Yes.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this.
I hope you
session.
didn't enjoy.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I hope you fucking hated every second of this. I hope you don't
God.
follow me on Twitch or subscribe to me on YouTube.
I hope you hated every single second of this. God knows I did.
Yeah.
D&D is for nerds.
Yeah. As per usual, we play theoretically, every other week, Friday, 7 p.m. Yes, or closer to 8 p.m., honestly, at this point. CST Central.
What
So,
does ST stand for? Central Standard Time?
yeah.
Oh, so is it the normal time?
The normal time for you and
It's-
I.
Yeah, because it's Central and Standard.
No, it's
I mean, it's the normal one.
it's the standard time for the central time zone, as opposed to the daylight.
Yeah, because it's
time.
Central. Everything else revolves around it. Duh. Yeah, it's the normal time zone.
Koga,
Great.
every single one of us is currently converging on your position.
Every second you
Yeah, I'm Central.
every second you aren't running, I'm only getting closer.
I am 100 meters from your location and approaching rapidly. Start running.
I'm like grass. I flourish in direct sunlight, and I'm in your front lawn right now.
Cool bug facts. One day you shall have to answer for your actions, and God, may not be so merciful.
merciful. I love that meme. Fucking cool bug factas.
There's a pipe bomb in your mailbox.
Congratulations, you've been mailed a package of SARS-2 COVID.
Wow.
Lana.
Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah,
Anna.
Cole.
Hi. Hello. Hi.
Yeah,
I forgot to
Cole.
do that.
There it is.
Are we gonna hell
Finally.
dive in like a week or so?
I believe that is the plan. You are going to be forced into the horrors.
Well, horrors. What are you talking about?
The
You are
horrors.
being given the Hellbomb backpack and no instructions on how to operate it.
I know, right? You find the enemies. You run towards the enemy.
Son, you are the stratagem.
It's the Lord
Yeah,
Actor
that's-
Gideon playthrough.
Yeah, that's what we're doing next week. And instead of our other D&D game that we run in the background off stream, we're doing a stream, but just of Helldivers. Just for Koga. Just to introduce him. We're gonna bring him in. First mission, bug super Helldive. Let's go.
We're landing on the
Gotta
Mega
make the
Nest.
Gideon build exploding question mark.
Exploding question mark.
All right. Before we get any more into tangents, I hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful night. A goodbye.